What's up, y'all? This is new. This is a new series.
Yeah.
Series? It's not really new. If you watch the podcast, you've seen this before. We just moved it to a separate video.
Yeah, we moved it to its own separate video because I know people that watch the podcast don't really like sports, and people that like sports don't really like the podcast. So we got a separate thing.
Yeah, now it's its own video dropping every Thursday morning.
Yes.
Right before, well, I say right before, but
before games start.
yeah.
Before the week of games start, usually NFL. After the NFL season, we'll switch to other sports.
Now, if you haven't been following on the podcast, we have a little side thing we're doing. It's not really a bet, but it's for a prize, for a trophy of my design. Me and Drake are picking teams every week and seeing who picked the most right teams that won.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the score stands after week 16. The score stands Drake 129, me 128. So it's still anyone's
I'm still ahead
game.
by one. Okay.
Anyone's game still. On this episode, we're going to be going through week 16 and give our predictions for week 17. We can talk more in depth on this video about the games more than we can on the podcast, so that's why we do it this way.
Yep.
First game that happened of week 16, Broncos versus Chargers. Also, I want it to be known, we did not have a great start to this week.
No.
It was all downhill. We both picked Denver. Denver lost in alright fashion. I mean, it was a close game.
They are hot, but the Chargers were just looked better coaching-wise in this game. Both great teams. Both, I think, we'll see. I don't even... What's the Chargers record right now?
Chargers record, let's see. 9-6, so they are currently still in the hunt.
They're still in the hunt. They're actually ahead of Denver right now with this last game, so they could be in the playoffs.
Wild card, yeah.
Sneaky wild card.
Granted, both of those teams could still go to the wild card.
Yeah.
We both lost on that one. Texans Chiefs. Texans lost. We both picked the Texans. I didn't know Patrick Mahomes was going to be in this game.
Yeah, did he play last game? I don't remember.
He did. That's when his foot got injured. He was questionable.
His foot got injured. It was yeah, apparently he played and he beat the Texans. Which the Texans have been dropping a few games.
Well,
actually.
after I think it was the second quarter, Tank Dell went out
with a bad injury, out for the season. Actually, I think he tore his ACL or a bunch of other CLs.
He tore something in his thigh. But yeah, that fucked with CJ Stroud mentally, because that's like his best friend. He was crying on the sidelines, so it's like, oh shit. And then it's Patrick Mahomes. So it's like,
yeah, it's the Chiefs. It's gonna be the Chiefs. So
both lost on that one. Ravens Steelers. We both went Steelers this game. Ravens
smoked them.
Ravens are sitting at 10-5. They're actually tied with the Steelers now.
They both are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they're still up for grabs the division.
They are both in the playoffs, yes. But yeah, we lost on that one. Arizona versus Panthers. Panthers win.
We both picked the Cardinals to win, and Panthers actually showing some
late season
stuff.
Bryce Young, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, only 158 yards, but that's better than most things we've seen from them before.
Yeah.
They actually still have a chance to be in the playoffs, which is something that shouldn't be said. Actually, no, they don't. I lie. I'm a big liar.
No, they're out. They've been out.
This team is too. We'll get into that. We lost on that one. Titans Colts. Here's the first time someone's won on this week. I picked the Colts. You picked the Titans. Colts win 38-30. Both bad teams. So
I didn't watch this game because
it's Colts versus Titans.
Yeah, there's nothing riding on that.
That's a pretty high scoring game, but both bad defenses. So Bengals Browns.
Bengals win.
We
both picked Cincinnati.
Yeah. Jameis Winston doing Jameis Winston things. Let's see how many interceptions he had. If it would load, that'd be fantastic. Jameis Winston Jameis Winston didn't even play.
Who played? Dorian
Thompson
Robinson.
2 interceptions. He looked like Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I think Jameis would have done better, actually.
He would have had a touchdown.
He would have had 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. So,
Detroit versus Chicago.
Of course, Detroit wins.
Looking like the best
with
team.
The sneaky fake fumble.
Yeah.
The tripping, and then being up, touchdown to Sam Laporta.
The craziest part about the NFC right now is the Vikings, the Lions, and the Packers are all in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
They've clinched the playoff.
And what's crazy is the Packers still have a chance of winning the division, depending on how these next 2 weeks go.
It's very true. But we both picked Lions there, obviously. Eagles versus Commanders. Commanders win.
By a last-second touchdown. I think it was Teddy McLaurin and Jaden Daniels, of course, the rookie of the year, in my opinion.
He should be.
But yeah, great game. I watched this one because it was a lot riding on it, and it didn't disappoint. Jamison Crowder, of course, but it didn't disappoint. The biggest thing is that Devontae Smith dropped a wide open 3rd down catch that could have iced the game for the Eagles, but he dropped it and they had to kick a field goal and ended up losing.
Yeah,
which stinks for the Eagles, especially when the technical division is still up for grabs, I believe.
Let's see. The Eagles are already in.
No,
playoffs.
they got it. Still up for grabs. Actually,
the division is still up for grabs.
They're only 2 games behind.
Commanders aren't even in the playoffs yet, though.
I believe they're going to get into the playoffs.
Probably so. Falcons Giants. Falcons absolutely smoked that ass.
Of course, the Giants suck.
I think Tommy DeVito's still starting for him. No,
Drew Lock.
Okay.
Drew Lock actually didn't have a terrible game. 2 interceptions.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Also, Michael Penix starting next week for.
Started this week.
Oh, he started this week?
Yep.
Did he do good? Oh, he had no touchdowns, but 200 yards and interception.
Good for his first start.
It's okay. Right. I know Kirk Cousins wasn't too happy about it. He said,
"I would be okay with it. $90 million."
He was in a post game interview. He's like, I didn't forget how to play quarterback or something. So he's not too happy.
No,
but he's making hella money.
Yeah.
We both picked Atlanta 1. And they smoked that ass. Rams versus Jets. Rams won, not as convincingly as I thought they would.
But Jets also suck.
Yeah, they do.
So
yeah, they do. We both picked Rams. Vikings versus Seahawks. Vikings win.
Mostly because Jay Jettis had 144 fucking yards.
Jay Jettis put on.
I think
for
2
game.
touchdowns or at least a touchdown.
Let's see. Justin Jefferson had 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 catches.
Yeah, so he went crazy.
Off. As he does. I think. Who do you think is the best receiver in the game right now? And I'd have to say him.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, which even though it's a losing team, he's the best. Yeah. I think he's first in everything.
He's the best player on that team for sure.
You got Joe Burrow.
But
best wide receiver definitely. But their defense sucks so bad that they can't win a game, so it doesn't even matter. Other than that, who's a good wide receiver now? I mean, it's really Jay Jettis. That's the only one I can see.
Yeah, I mean,
CeeDee Lamb's good, but he's the only one on the team that's good, so it doesn't.
Not really. Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
They could just. I don't even. I'd say Jay Jettis.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, did you see the thing with Debo?
What?
He dropped so many open passes. I think that was last week.
He's looking like Kadarius Toney out there.
Yeah. It was
terrible.
So bad. His own fans were booing him.
Damn.
It was bad. After last year, coming off of fucking, people thought he was going to be MVP or Triple Crown again. No, that he lost.
Not this year.
So much confidence from that game.
Raiders, Jaguars. Raiders win 19-14. I picked the Raiders. Did you pick the Jags?
I picked the Jags. It was a toss-up.
Raiders are bad, but they're scrappy. and I feel like they're sneaking out wins, but like I wouldn't say they're a great team.
Yeah.
But I can see
Brock Bowers
there's some highlights.
Brock Bowers is by far the best player on that team.
Oh, Brock Bowers. Actually, go up.
If he wasn't,
Jacoby Myers is pretty good. He didn't get that many catches, but
if Jaden Daniels,
you gotta watch him. Jacoby Myers can do some stuff.
If Jaden Daniels wasn't didn't have such a good first half of the season, I'd say Brock Bowers would probably be Rookie of the Year. But nothing's set in stone. He could always still win it. San Francisco 49ers versus Miami Dolphins. Miami, like I said, Debo fucking sold the whole game. So the Dolphins win 29-17.
Niners are like, they're not making the playoffs. I would just rebuild for next year.
They might. They still have a chance.
I don't think
No,
so.
they don't.
They don't. They're 6-9, brother.
Yeah,
I think they're eliminated. Or almost.
Or the Niners. They might still be in the hunt just because their division. No, they are eliminated.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Which is such a downgrade from last year.
Yeah.
But so many people have been injured on that team. It's understandable. Buffalo Bills versus the Patriots. Like I said last week, I went with the Bills. But like I said last week, it was going to be a close game. And we almost won. Patriots
but you didn't, so it don't matter.
Oh, okay. Okay. The Patriots, like I said, every time we go against the Bills, it's a close game.
Are y'all officially eliminated too?
We've been eliminated since like 2 weeks ago. But it's always a close game. Miami whoops our ass every year. The Bills, we almost beat every year. It's just a thing that happens.
Yep.
Cowboys versus Tampa Bay.
Cowboys actually win this game, but since the Commanders won, they officially are eliminated from the playoffs, even though they won their game.
Yeah, not the Bills. Baker Mayfield looked so sad, mad. I don't even know what to call it. He looked so done. Not with the Buccaneers, but just like it's.
With this
he
game?
loses this way so many times.
Yeah.
Like it starts getting at him, understandably so. The running back fumbled. Cowboys recovered and they won off of it. I think they kicked a field goal to win. Let's see. No, they just running back fumbled.
Touchdown.
Cowboys recovered. Done. Baker loses this way so many times. I hate to see it for him.
And then tonight, Saints versus Packers. Saints absolutely started their fucking high school team apparently and lost 34-0. But I would have to say Packers, one of my sneaky picks to make it far in the playoffs. I do have to say I like the Packers a lot from what I see. But as far as the Saints go, I understand why.
You know what?
Didn't.
I'm gonna say it
they
now.
Didn't have anything.
I'm gonna say it now. I want it to be set in stone.
Uh-huh.
Spencer Rattler is not a starting tier quarterback. He's the Mac Jones of the New Orleans Saints.
We'll see. I mean, he has nothing around him really. I mean, look at our rushing attack. Go back. Look at the Saints rushing. Spencer Rattler has the most rushing yards with 28 rushing yards.
Jamal Williams was so good last year on the Detroit Lions.
He was on the Saints last year, and he was.
Or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this.
But look.
Stinks.
There's no starting. We have zero.
Foster Moreau.
We have zero starting players anywhere.
Dude, y'all have Dante Pettis. I forgot that guy existed.
We have zero starting players on our offense. I want zero. There's nobody starting.
No.
Our defense has a few people, but not much.
Dude, y'all got a good bit. Kool-Aid McKinstry, that's your guy.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
But our offense had our offense we're starting nobody. So we're tanking basically the rest of the season.
Probably should. Y'all are still in the hunt.
There's no, we're eliminated.
You're eliminated?
Yeah. We got eliminated from this loss.
I'm on the FC.
It's right there. Nope.
Oh, is it?
Yep. Down.
Right there. Yeah, y'all are eliminated. Wow. Well, we're in the same boat.
Yep.
It's basically a race to see who's going to get Travis Hunter at this point.
You
think he's going to get drafted first overall?
No.
Or Shedeur Sanders?
I think it's going to be Cam Ward.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. for sure. Not just because I'm a Colorado Glazer, but
You are a Glazer.
But he's the best.
You're gonna be watching their
on
bowl
there.
game?
No, I won't. I'll be at work.
When do they play?
I don't even know. But we're gonna give our picks for Week 17 and explain why we're picking them.
Yep.
Tomorrow's game, technically by the time we're recording this, the Christmas games, Chiefs versus Steelers. I'm going Chiefs here, but I feel like the Steelers could win. But it's Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs.
I went Chiefs. I went Chiefs as well, just because
I believe in their voodoo magic.
they have something that apparently I don't see, but they keep winning fucking games by like no points, and I'm starting to get tired of it.
I think their own fans are starting to get tired of it.
Yeah, because they can see they're not as good as they used to be. Yet they're 14-1.
They know they're like the worst winning team ever.
Yeah.
Ravens versus Texans.
Win Baltimore, because Texans have been dropping a few games, and Baltimore really looks like
we always
really
say
look
this,
good.
Then they lose.
Then they lose. They're not good in the playoffs, but they look really. They're really good during the season. So I'm going Ravens.
They can make it to the playoffs.
No, they're in the playoffs.
Oh, they are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna go Texans here, but the loss of Tank Dell is such a big loss. I have to go with Ravens because I just feel like that's gonna affect them.
Yeah.
So bad, and playing such a short week and trying to bounce back from that big piece of offense missing, I don't think they can do it. So I'm going Ravens. Seattle versus Chicago.
I'm going Seattle just because Bears stink. They suck. They're not good. They're not good. They're not a good football team.
Seahawks are still in the hunt, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're still in the hunt. They can still win their division. Chargers, Patriots. Hear me out. I'm going Patriots. I'm back, boys.
I'm going Chargers only because Patriots suck, and Chargers they need wins to get into the playoffs. So
they do.
They're gonna have to pull all the stops.
I'm going Patriots here. We had a close game against probably the Super Bowl favorite team, so the Chargers are significantly worse than the Bills. So I feel like we could do it. We just need to have that same game.
Yep.
Broncos versus Bengals.
I went Bengals just because the Bengals are absolutely firing on offense, and I feel like they can beat the Broncos pretty handily. Then again, their defense sucks nuts, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I trust Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
I'm going Broncos here because the Broncos defense is pretty good. You might not know anyone on the Broncos defense, but they're pretty good. And if they could lock down Jamar Chase, I feel like that's all that needs to be done. Bo Nix can cook on offense, so I went Broncos. Cardinals versus Rams. I went Rams.
I also went Rams just because I have more faith in the Rams, and Cardinals are eliminated already. I don't know who's going to start, so
yeah,
who knows?
Kyler Murray might not even start with his injury history. So Rams are still playing for something. They still want to win the division, so they're still playing for it. Colts versus Giants.
I got Colts just because Giants are
so bad.
So bad. They don't know who's staying on their team.
They don't even know who their starting quarterback's going to be. Tommy DeVito, Drew Lock might be the other guy they signed. Who fucking knows?
Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
I went Colts here.
Yes.
Raiders versus Saints.
We picked Raiders just because Saints are starting their JV squad.
Actually, this is like a high school team.
So I have no faith in the Saints anymore.
This is like two high school
thank God
teams.
They're losing. They might get a better draft pick. That's all I can hope for. For the rest of the season.
Titans versus Jags. I went Jacksonville here.
I went Jacksonville, I believe.
We both went Jacksonville. Despite the great game the Titans had, the Jags also had a pretty decent game. That's what I'm basing it on because it's two shit teams playing for nothing. They're not going to the playoffs, either one. So it's just kind of draft placement.
Yeah.
Jets versus Bills.
I think Bills already sealed their division, so I don't even know if Josh Allen's playing.
They have sealed their division. Yeah, I don't even know if they're going to start Josh Allen.
I don't know, but even with their backups, I feel like the Bills are still going to win versus the Jets. Just because Jets really like to find a way to lose.
I mean, I guess they're still competing with the Chiefs.
They're still competing
for the first seed.
But who knows?
Do they really risk a
Injury?
first week bye
Yeah.
for But yeah, we both went Bills here. Jets stink. We got that through. Cowboys versus Eagles. We both went Eagles here. Cause
Cowboys are out. Eagles are still fighting for a better seed.
Yeah, they're still fighting for the first seed.
Yeah, still fighting for the first seed, so they're going to keep their players, I think. So I'm going Eagles.
Yep, Jalen Hurts did go down with concussion. Do you think they start him?
Probably not, but I'm still... The Eagles weren't known for their passing offense anyway.
Honestly, yeah, Saquon is so good.
Yeah.
Buccaneers versus Panthers.
Going Bucks.
Going Bucks here.
Bucks still can win. Still are leading in the division in NFC South, I believe. No, they're actually tied with the Falcons, but they're going after the win. So the Panthers are good, but I don't think they're good enough to beat the Bucks right now.
I feel like Baker needs this confidence.
Yeah,
he needs it. Miami versus Cleveland. I'm going Miami here just because I don't even know who the Browns quarterback is, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, it might be Jameis, so I don't know. I'm going Dolphins as well.
Yeah, even if it is Jameis.
Yeah.
Green Bay versus Minnesota.
I'm going Green Bay just because, like I said,
they smoked your team.
The Green Bay Packers looked really good, really good for how young they are, and I believe they can beat the Vikings.
I'm going Vikings. I still have faith in the Vikings. They can still... Well, it's crazy how 3 of the teams in this fucking division are in the playoffs, already set in stone in the playoffs, and they're all so closely record-wise, so closely tied record-wise. I'm just going Vikings here just because I feel like they're more well-rounded than the Packers. The Packers have a great offense, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the Vikings have a little bit better... can eke it out a little bit more.
Falcons Commanders. I went with the Falcons. I went with the Commanders.
I went
with the Commanders just because Falcons starting a rookie quarterback. He didn't look too great in the first game, and I believe more in the Commanders than the Falcons currently.
Yeah, Commanders, are they eliminated yet? They're in the hunt, I think. Commanders, yeah, they're still in the hunt for sure. Can't win the division, I don't think. They might have a chance next week if they play the Eagles. Let's see.
No, they already played the Eagles.
They've already played the Eagles twice. Yeah, then no. They can't win the division. Still fighting for a wild card, which is probably gonna happen. But yeah, Commanders just have it more together.
Uh-huh.
Lions versus 49ers.
This is a pretty obvious one. Lions. Maybe by 30 points.
People thought these were gonna be the best 2 teams in the NFC.
Turns out one of them is, and one of them definitely is not.
One of them is the worst. Well, not the worst, but one of them's so bad, and the other is probably going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our picks. We only differed on
2 or 3 of them.
2, 3.
Yeah.
So there is a chance I can take the lead. Put her there.
This coming down to the wire.
This is the second to last week.
I only got 2 more weeks.
Yeah. I need... If I lose every game this week, I need to just, go fucking ham. And that's a horrible spot to be in because you could just pick all the good teams. And I'll be stuck with the shit ones because I need a win. But
yes. if you would have picked the bad teams, you would have actually been winning.
Wow. Yeah, weirdly enough. But yeah, stay tuned on this series. If you like the sports talk, we'll be diving more even into the playoffs once this contest ends.
And once this contest ends, we will have a trophy
ceremony
on this. Whoever wins gets the trophy, which hasn't been created yet. He's supposed to create it, hasn't done it yet, but that's fine.
It's time.
But yeah, we got 2 more weeks left, and then motherfucking playoffs, dude.
And that's
and
also
where it gets next week's episode, we will talk more about college playoffs.
Yeah.
Because that's happening right now. The first round already happened. Actually, no upsets. So it's kind of just we didn't bring it up because everybody yeah.
What you think
happened?
It
was mostly blowout, so it wasn't even like worth talking about. But anyway, thank you for watching. Go follow us at More Beers. And like this video. If you like sports, if you want more sports content, we'll post it on here.
Also, we won't just be straight up talking about sports. Once the off season ends, we'll talk a little bit about the draft, and then we might do some other sports, NBA, MLB.
Yeah.
And we also will be doing games related to sports, quizzes, trivia, just games in general.
Different sports related stuff because
we can see right there.
We have a separated audience, you know. So we want to we want to get content out for both.
We talk about
both
so much
sides.
random shit that
hope you like this, and hope you like this sports episode if y'all like sports, and stay in tune for the next one.
Yes, sir.